This is going to be a reading for the sign of Leo. Leo, this is going to be a lunar eclipse reading for you. And right now we have the lunar eclipse that's happening today, tomorrow in Libra. So the themes are all about relationships, the seventh house, and also the past lives, South Node. And this will be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Midheaven, and Stelliums. I've already shuffled this card deck, and I'm going to just go ahead and jump right into it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's look at the current for Leo. The current for Leo. Current situation, current focus. The 5 of Wands. What is covering? What is covering the 5 of Wands? The King of Swords is covering the 5 of Wands. What is crowning? What is crowning the 5 of Wands and King of Swords? The 7 of Wands. What's at the root? What's at the root? What's at the root? What's at the root? 3 of Pentacles is at the root. What's behind? Death flipped over. I'm going to put it back in. What's behind? It's going to have a shadowy theme to it, whatever it is that I pull out, though, because I saw death. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. And what's in front? What's in front? What's in front? The 4 of Wands is in front, so, okay. Let's look at how you kind of view yourself. How do you view yourself right now, Leo? Be honest. How do you see yourself right now? You see yourself as the Chariot. And how do you see your outside world? I see the Tower card, though. Okay. How do you see the outside world? What does the environment look like through your lens, Leo? The Hierophant. Okay. Let's look at your subconscious fears and hopes and fears. Subconscious hopes and fears for Leo. The Empress. We're getting all of these big majors coming out. All, like, so far, all 3 of them lined down here on the side. So okay, let's look at the advice. So what's the overall advice for you, Leo? What's the overall advice for you, Leo? Overall advice. Page of Wands is the overall advice. And at the bottom, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is probably the first thing that comes to my mind is that it's kind of uncomfortable for you right now. You're going through, you don't feel all lighthearted right now. This is not a lighthearted phase for you right now. And I'll explain as to why I'm seeing that. Not just because the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles, but because of everything else combined here. So before I start this off, though, I do want to say I'm not a fortune teller, and I believe in just, reading the cards. I don't want to put any kind of psychosis into anyone's lives. I don't want anyone to form some kind of paranoia or fears. If something doesn't resonate with you, don't take it. Even if it resonates, just make sure you keep in mind that you shouldn't develop assumptions in your own life thinking that, oh, then that means that this person really is doing this to me. Don't do that to yourself, because that is the worst thing you can do to yourself. That is the worst thing you can do. And it will not, you have to, it will not serve you, okay? But you have to basically use your own intuition. You know what feels right. And you have to figure out if it's coming from a place of fear or if it's coming from a place that you know and you're sure about. So that's all I want to say. And I hope that you get some messages from this, okay? Starting off, we're going to look at the center. Your current situation is some quarrels, maybe a lot of ups and downs, back and forth power struggles with a King of Swords type of individual in your life. This could represent an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or it could just be somebody who is very cold, they don't show a lot of emotion, and they're very kept to themselves. They don't like to share their emotions. What's crowning is the Seven of Wands for you. So you're going through this situation with an individual, and you're feeling like you're running out of energy to keep up with it, because you feel like you keep on having to fight against all these other things on your own, and it's been feeling difficult for you. Not only are you battling all the things you have to deal with outside of you, but you're also battling with things going on in your mind. At your root, you believe in working as a team. Working as a team is really important to you, and you don't like to do things, well, not that you couldn't do things on your own, but you prefer to do things as a community, as a teamwork effort, whether it be with friends, family, because things have always been so much funner and better that way. And so at your root, foundations are just so important to you. They're extremely important to you to have community and a solid foundation. In the past, or what's behind you, we have the Eight of Pentacles. But I did see the Death card that flipped out before I pulled this one. And so this could be two different things. This could either mean that you lost a job, or you left your job in the past, because this is like a hardworking person, right? You get the Death card. It's like you left a job. Or it could be that you're not happy at your job. Be that too. Maybe once you were very passionate about the job you were at, and you no longer feel as passionate about it, and things have changed. And since things have changed, whether this is at home or whether this is at work as well, this could be at work, it's been causing a lot of uncertainties and a lot of back and forth power struggles and just things not really going smoothly like they once might have. And but the nice thing though is that in front of you, you do have the Four of Wands. And so it's like there is some light in sight, and you will see some better times. You just got to keep dedicating yourself. You just got to keep pushing through this difficult time, and you're going to have that more peaceful, content feeling and vibe and experience come in eventually. But it's going to take work, especially with the Seven of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck here, because it's all about waiting and being patient about it, right? And just hanging in a little bit longer. It might be difficult, but just making sure to do your best to hang in there. How you see yourself, so, or how you feel about yourself, is that maybe you're wanting to just get up and go. You feel you so badly want to just travel and you want to get away. You feel like it's become very stagnant where you're at right now. And especially with this, right? This is also stagnancy too. So even though it's like you need to have patience, there's several things you have to do here all at once. Yes, it's overwhelming, but that's just life. So how do we do that? How do we spread everything out? Well, you could still be patient about your work situation if you're still at it, of course. If you're not, then yes, travel. But let's just talk as if you're still at this job, you're dealing with these issues here, whether it's at home or at a job. You don't want to just push that aside and try and escape. There has to be something that goes in line with what you truly desire. And what you truly desire is you want solid foundations, you want security. Because if you run away from it, that's going to make everything fall apart even more, therefore making things even more uncertain and not stable. So to acquire this stability that shows you that it's coming soon, that it is out there, it's coming forwards to you in due time, you have to spread out and kind of organize the times that you want to fulfill your desire to travel. You can still fulfill this part within you, but then, dedicate the other times to working stuff out at home or at work. And in your environment, the way you see it, it's through your lens of how you see it, is another reason why I see that you are not really happy or not really jiving with where you're at, is because this is restrictive. The Hierophant is a very traditional card. And if this is you, this is not traditional. You want to go out and you want to adventure, or you want to move, or you want to do something different. This guy here, that's not what he's about. He's more of, okay, solid Saturn, contracts, all that kind of stuff. Maybe you're seeing everything is just like you have to see all the fine print everywhere, but it's overwhelming too, because you have to make sure you're just always on top of it. And so in turn, it makes you more wanting to just escape it and get out of that, to get out of that restrictive type of force. In your hopes and fears, subconsciously, you desire to be, this goes in line with the Four of Wands card. This goes in line with the foundational card of teamwork in what you desire, because the Empress is the one who has the ability to create that. Her energy is nurturing. Her energy in any situation that you're in. Who's going to be the type of personality that can create a community vibe, a group effort vibe, a teamwork vibe, a family vibe? It's the Empress, because she's like the mother, the nurturer. She makes sure everyone is nurtured and happy. Of course, as long as she's also doing that for herself as well, because she's not going to be that type of Empress. Like, she's not Pisces, she's not that type, but she is the one that is also grounded. So it's like, it's a grounding yet very nurturing kind of a personality. And I think you really want that. You want to be that. But it's been difficult for you to do that naturally. Perhaps it has been, because maybe that's not your automatic response to things. So, because it's not easy, it really isn't. It's not easy for anyone to kind of emulate this. Okay, it doesn't matter what sign you are. It's not easy to emulate that. It's a good energy there, but yeah, it is in your highest hopes, though. You really do want to express that. You want to be that. You want to emulate that. And in the overall advice, we do have the Page of Wands. And I really don't know what to think about this advice card. So I want to pull something to clarify it more. So let me just get these other cards out here so I can pull out a clarifier for it. Okay, so we're going to clarify the Page of Wands and the overall advice for Leo's reading. No, that's too much. That is too much. No. Okay, try this again. The Page of Wands, clarifying card for what that could mean in, or as an advice. What could that mean as an advice card for this reading? Bottom of the deck is Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Oh. There's the Ace of Pentacles that came out. So your advice is to find a new financial opportunity. That's the advice here. Page of Wands. Maybe there's somebody that you know who has connections. Maybe that's the page. They could be a fire sign. Maybe reach out to them. Perhaps they've been reaching out to you, a fellow fire sign, or at least fire placements. Either way, doesn't even have to matter of the signs. It's essentially just letting you know that there is a new opportunity out there, and perhaps you are restricting yourself too much. I would say, though, if you're still at a job, don't just drop it. Okay. I would say during that time, if you are really feeling uneasy, or not uneasy, but not happy at it, go job search and do your research out there and other opportunities that might be there, but keep the job you have now. And then that's when you find something that is solid, then do that. Of course, always make sure you write down all your pros and cons. To every situation is always important to write down the pros and cons to things. Perhaps it is more difficult if you're at a job that you've been with for many, many years, but all of a sudden things just completely shifted and changed. That's what is the most difficult, is because you're not happy anymore, but you wish you were, because you've been there for so long, so many years, you put so much of your life in there. And so you don't want that change. But, sometimes you have to do that, but just don't drop it, or you don't have to burn a bridge. You don't have to just completely do that type of thing. So that is the advice that is there for you. You could take it or leave it, of course, and make sure that it resonates with you intuitively. But this King of Swords individual, what should we do with this King of Swords that's covering or that's involving the current situation? The King of Swords, Tower card. So, yeah, there is a sudden change in the dynamic with you and an individual that is kind of involved in your current situation of the Five of Wands, King of Swords type who is not very emotional. There's going to be significant change for some. So there's that. But some things just have to happen, right? As much as you don't want them to, sometimes they just have to happen anyways. So, but you can do it, Leo. Oh my gosh. In the bottom of this clarifier deck, I saw the Empress again. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that could be a sign that maybe there's really a high chance that you can embody more of the Empress energies just like you hope. And I believe that you can as well. Venus is also there, just like our eclipse coming up is in the sign that rules Venus, co-rules Venus with Taurus. So there's another little clue. I hope you liked this reading, Leo, and I wish you the best.